So for today, meron tayong special guest, which is Miss Melanie. And ito ay special kasi every mother is special. So, Happy Mother's Day. And for today is ating magdi-deep dive tayo dun sa experience mo as a mom. By the way, ang topic for today is about being a teenage mom. So, ilang taon ka nung nagkaroon ka ng first baby?
Yeah, I got pregnant when I was 14 and I gave birth when I was 15. So, 15 years old po ako nung nanganak na ako.
Okay. So, anong buhay mo that time, at that age, bago ka nagbuntis?
Yeah, at that age, before that, I used to sing. I used to sing and dance. So, I'm very introverted person and siguro ako lang yung batang literal na talented na na gusto mag-exist sa mundo kasi I'm not too much friendly pero parang I'm exposed ganon. So parang child star ang dating nung kabataan ko ganon because I used to sing and dance sa schools, sa mga election campaigns nung bata ako ganon. Kasi we have our own sound system nung bata.
Sa bahay. Yeah. Nice. But did you dream about to be like a performer talaga sa TV, ganon?
Actually, ito yung isang maganda na realization ko habang when I heal my inner child or my childhood. Kasi I grew up alone here in Manila when I was 14 or 15 na nung pinanganak ko na yung baby ko. And then I also tried to audition sa mga starstruck, gano'n.
Oh.
Pero yes, parang artista din po talaga ako nung bata. Kasi parang I really don't want fame, pero it's just that siguro my father is like really, he has the ability to discern kung ano yung kayang gawin ng tao. Kasi talagang pinush niya ako eh. Unconsciously, hindi ko namamalayan. Sabi ko, number one fan ko pala yung tatay ko. Kasi hindi ko siya na-appreciate before. Nagagalit lang ako because I do not appreciate the talents that I have. So, siya yung nakakakita pala ng talent ko na kaya pala niya ako pinupush kumanta.
Okay.
Yes, and it's just that, of course, unforeseen events in our life is surprises. So, may mga nangyari na because it already started to have like dysfunction within from my family. So, doon kaya I got pregnant at that early age kasi of course sometimes family is not perfect and life is not really perfect na it will flow smoothly every time. So, there's always a rough road na may mapagdadaanan tayong unforeseen circumstances na hindi natin masasabi kung ano yung magiging result kasi at by that time hindi rin natin and we are not also capable of thinking about the results of our actions when we are very young.
Yes. Pero anong pangarap mo nung mga time na yon?
Gusto ko maging abogado eh. Gusto ko maging abogado. Nung bata pa lang ako, when I was 5 years old, yun na talaga yung dream ko. Kasi, yun nga, na-mention ko na there's always circumstances that can change our life. Kasi, yung father ko, and then yung cousin ko, sinaksak niya yung tatay ko.
Oh.
So, in front of me, so naging witness talaga ako. So, nagkaroon ng ganong klaseng tragic memories or incidents sa buhay ko. So, it will affect you pala. Kasi parang from there, nag-start yung desire ko to be a lawyer. And it follows the other circumstances that I was being harassed and I was like sexually harassed from everywhere. Kasi nga diba nung bata kasi ako, kung makikita mo talaga ako, parang akong Barbie, gano'n. Parang as in, hindi ko din alam eh, pero ito ko na lang na-realize na maganda pala ako. Na maganda pala ako nung time na, kasi when your family or someone when you were growing up didn't validate or didn't acknowledge of what you have, sooner or later hindi mo din palang namamalayan na I'm already creating my own perspective about myself, ganon. So parang ikaw din mismo napo-perceive mo na yung sarili mo sa mga bagay na hindi ka sure because there's already unrecognized pattern because of the traumatic experiences that you've been through. Kasi di ba parang magkakaroon siya ng void, kumbaga isang malaking baso siya and then pag nagkalamat hindi na flawless yung ano. So ganun din pala ang utak natin ng mga tao and as a human being or as a growing adult ganyan. There's always we really need to be tough and resilient pala every time. So resiliency lang po pala talaga dapat yung kailangan nating mapag-aralan in times of circumstances.
Oh, I see. So, yung scenario na yun is talagang sa harap mo nangyari.
Yes, oo. Kaya from there, dun ko nga actually going back, nag-backtrack talaga ako what happened to our life. Kasi nakita ko naman na okay yung buhay namin eh. Okay yung buhay namin, mahal na mahal ako ng tatay ko, ganyan. So, parang tong detox ba to? Hindi kasi 'di ba, when we are sharing, we really need to dig deeper like about our life of what you've been through talaga. Hindi dito ko na-realize na you can't escape your reality talaga. You can escape your reality kasi dito na pumapasok yung about the mental health of my father, how it affects how it affects my father's mental health doon sa nangyari.
Mm-hmm.
Kasi ganun pala when we are having a relationship, it really needs to have the balance of when we are having a relationship with our asawa, we really need to be considerate po pala about the well-being and about the self or about the character of a person. Kasi pag wala po pala talaga yung foundation, who are you?
Mm-hmm.
Hindi mo rin pala alam kung ano yung mga gagawin mo in the future and hindi mo rin pala alam yung purpose mo or kasi in life po pala you really need to find your purpose in life for you to be in the right direction. Kasi lahat naniniwala ko dun sa Bible verse na kasi lahat ng pinanganak kong bata kasi di ba parang unwanted pregnancy sila eh.
Oh.
So all of them are unwanted pregnant. And not really all of them. The second and third. The first and third. Kasi yung second is planned ko siya. So that's why, di ba, nakita mo yung journey nung motherhood ko that time. It's really different from being an young adult mother or compared to the teenage mom.
Mm-mm.
Kasi when you are a teenage mom, it's like parang, your body physically is already gave birth, but unconsciously because you are not really aware of the circumstances or the results of your actions of how is it to be a mother. So, doon ko napagtanto na, kasi di ba I already bring this up when we're talking sa meeting na sabi ko, ibang-iba pala talaga yung nanay ka. Kasi pag nanay ka, consciously that you're already prepared mentally, emotionally, iba pala yung atake nun, iba pala yung approach mo doon sa circumstances that you already gave birth. Uh-huh. And you already went through those kinds of process na, I got pregnant, ganon. Kasi nung teenage ako, nung 14 years old kasi ako, hindi ko siya namalayan. Hindi ko namalayan na, nanay na pala ako. Uh-huh. So parang unconsciously, lumaki lang yung tiyan ko, nagkaroon namang bata sa loob. And then, the time comes na I already need to give birth to the innocent soul. So parang, sabi ko, parang ang bilis, 30 minutes lang kasi ako nanganak.
Ang bilis.
Diba? So parang,
kasama na labor doon, hindi?
Yes, actually, 30 minutes ako nag-labor. And then, 30 minutes lang din ako nanganak. So, parang hindi ko siya maalala. Wala akong maalala. So, parang dumaan lang yung pangyayari. So, wala talaga masyadong memories. Tsaka sa bahay lang ako nanganak that time.
Mm.
Yes. hindi na ako umabot sa hospital kasi nga, parang puputok na yung panubigan ko. And then, tumawag kami ng kumadrona that time. Ayun, so, nanganak na ako dun sa first baby ko. Actually nga, isa pa yan, na naging struggle ko as a teenage mom. Kasi di ba when we are teenager, we really don't know the process of everything. Like, pag nanay ka na, kasi mga papel-papel na pala yun eh. So, ako that time, so parang, siguro, now, na-address ko tuloy na, oo nga, my mother, sometimes it's just our perspective and our knowledge and learnings that separate us from our loved ones because we have different perspective. Kasi now, ngayon ko lang na-address na, sabi ko, siguro by that time, the only thing that they know na the right process or the right thing to do is, it's like, parang, they acknowledge my son as their own. Oo. So, hindi nakapangalan sa akin yung baby ko.
Yung first baby mo?
Yeah. So, parang kapatid ko siya sa, di ba also yun before? Di ba? Ganun yung mga eksena before eh. Di ba? Nung hindi pa masyadong naganap yung teenage pregnancy. So, parang ang mangyayari, magiging kapatid. Actually, ang dami ng mga batang 90s na nakaranas ng pagbubuntis. Di ba? Sila yung mga nakaranas ng mga ganong circumstances and experiences na i-acknowledge ng parents nila yung baby nila to be their own. Para minsan ang kulit din nung cycle or ng belief ng tao kasi tulad nun. They will acknowledge the child of their child then. So parang para sa kanila pala it's like they are saving your dignity. And then, siguro ang kulit eh, kasi feeling child star yung ako sa amin. Kaya siguro may ganong pangyayari. So sabi ko nga, ganun pala talaga. It's like, it's just sometimes yung perspective natin, it will separate us from everyone around us kasi hindi tayo magkakatulad. So, as time goes by, ngayon, na-address ko na, sabi ko, we have different ways of looking at things lang pala. Kasi kung nakita ko siya on my perspective that my mom is just only doing the right thing for me to save my reputation. And kasi di ba pag bata ka, hindi ka pwedeng parang, nakakahiya. Kasi di ba sa province, ganun sila eh, di ba? Nakakahiya, nanganak ka ng maaga, ganyan-ganyan. So parang, okay, so naguluhan din ako that time. So parang, approaching the motherhood at a young age, so parang, paano ko ba gaganapan to? Ano ba talaga ng role ko? Kasi, parang ang alam ko, nag-10-20 pa lang ako.
Oo, 14 ka lang.
Parang nag-10-20 pa lang ako noon eh.
Second year high school?
Oo, tapos kanta-kanta lang ang alam ko, workshop. Tapos ngayon, biglang may baby ka na.
Oo.
Pero hindi ko siya inalagaan that time kasi nga on my body, yes, nakita, nagkaanak ako. I gave birth and, di ba parang unconscious ka talaga. Parang, okay, naglabas ka lang ng bata. Pero, emotionally, psychologically, mentally, parang, hindi siya nag-sink in sa akin. So, naiwan yung process ng pagiging motherhood ko. I continue my life. I continue living like
14 years old.
Oo, kasi reaching my dreams, pero because of what happened kasi, when you are a teenage mom, andun na din kasi yung reputation and dignity sa school naman.
Oo.
Sa school naman yung other side of struggle mo in life, in reality that, when I'm at this age, my classmates are kasi hindi pa naman ganun ka-mature yung mga hindi pa naman ganun ka-exposed that time yun, di ba? Like 1990s, batang 90s is like not really exposed with social media like unlike now.
Wala pa.
So before, Yahoo Messenger pa lang, tsaka Friendster. Di ba? So, sabi ko, hindi pa naman ganun kalaganap, pero iba pala talaga yung like when you are aware that when you are doing something, alam mo na pala dapat yung mga nangyayari. Maybe it's just because ako kasi yung bata na, kasi siguro it's the environment. Kaya sometimes when we're growing, it's really important to have the good environment. The safe space, or that the person that will understand you, yung mga taong nakapaligid sa'yo, and who you surround yourself with. Sabi ko kasi, siguro if I'm surrounded with the people na little by little, they are giving me knowledge about pregnancy, di ba? About having a baby, di ba? Kahit mga 40 years old ka na, o pag nagkaanak ka, yung mga ganon, dapat at the early age pala, actually, dapat approaching pala ng 12 years old, kailangan pala, binibigyan na ng enlightenment and clarity yung mga bata of the life that they are, going to take. Like sooner or later in the future, mga ganun pala dapat binibigyan mo sila ng word of wisdom na ganun at the early age. Para whatever happens, and it also help them to always prepare them of everything of everything that is unexpectedly happen.
Kung ano magiging consequences.
Yes.
Pero nung time na yon, ang tawag dito, nung mga time na yon, alam ng mga classmate mo na nagbuntis ka or may baby ka?
Kasi lagi lang ako naglalayas. So yung parang bad record ako sa school namin, tsaka sa mga classmates ko. Kasi meron ng kasi medyo naging rocky na nga yung flow ng journey ng family namin. Because of what happened to my father and my cousin. So parang wala nang masyadong understanding, nagkaroon na ng masyadong maraming gulo. And then siguro, kahit kami kasi parang lumipad eh. Yes, yun, parang...
So meaning nung nabuntis ka is wala na yung father mo?
Hindi, andun pa rin siya. Andun pa rin. My father just died last year.
Okay.
Just died last year lang. Pag nagsimula pala sa magulang, yung part na parang hindi nila maintindihan yung sarili nila, it will pass on to your children. It will pass on to your children pala na, kasi parang unconscious yung tatay, or parang he is living unconsciously. So parang, bakit ko ba ginagawa to? So parang nabubuhay lang sila, like functional depression. Like they are living their lives without purpose and without the proper alignment of what they really want in life. So nung nagkaanak lang sila, okay, nag-anak ako, kailangan ko mabuhay. Kailangan ko silang buhayin, kailangan ko maghanap ng pera. Ganun lang kababaw yung purpose ng well-being nila to just think of it na I need to work, I need to provide. Ganun lang. Because I'm a father. Ganun lang kadali, ganun lang kababaw yung perspective ng mga old generations before eh. Kasi di ba, at by that time, hindi pa masyadong aware yung mga tao sa mental health.
Oo.
Di ba? Wala pa nga yung mga matatanda. Ano ba yung mga depression na yan? Di ba? Wala naman ganun dati.
Recently lang.
So this time, parang nung na-acknowledge niya, and then sabi ko nga, dito ko na-realize na, ganun pala ka-importante yung mental health sa family. Kasi kailangan pala talaga na napaprocess natin ng maayos yung mga emotions natin, and then it's really important to validate. Kailangan natin pakinggan yung isa't isa na, you matter pala, your voice matter. So it really need to be open, and we really need to be considerate with other people's emotions, feelings like that. Pero not all the time, you really need to deal with your emotions. It's also the best when you are growing as an adult. You also need to have control over your emotions. So we always need to control our emotions para we cannot make irrational decisions. Like doon, di ba? Kasi pag bata ka pa, emotional ka eh. So that's why I got pregnant at that early age, kasi nung magulo na yung family, wala ka nang masyadong nakakausap, and then parang ang dami nang nangyayari. Outside of your family pa na, you will find a comfort. So parang naghanap ka ng kakampi na, oh my God, sa bahay namin wala nang nakakaintindi sa akin.
So doon mo nakilala yung father nung first time mo?
Actually, hindi. Ito yung shinare ko na story. Kasi di ba, nag-start na ako maglayas-layas at at the age of 13.
Oo.
So I really have my boyfriend talaga, not the father of my child.
Mm-mm.
So ang naging kwento is, dahil pag naglalayas ako, pumupunta ako dun sa boyfriend ko, syempre may family, may mother and father pa siya. So, naiintindihan nila yung part as a parent na kailangan nila ako ibalik sa family ko. So, laging kinokontak yung family ko na, andito si Melanie, ganyan-ganyan. Tapos susundin naman ako. And then, nung napagod na ako, sabi ko, sakto merong nag-message sa akin na friend ng boyfriend ko. And then, doon na pumasok na, siguro sa sobrang gulo ng isip ko, nung bata ako, dahil nga ang dami nang nangyayari, hindi na kaya i-process masyado ng utak ko at the young age, ano ba itong mga nangyayari sa akin? Ano ba itong mga nakikita ko? Tama pa ba to as bata? Actually, hindi ko siya alam before. Hindi ko tinanong yung sarili ko that time. Nung medyo nagkaedad-edad na ako, nung nag-mature na ako, sabi ko, oh my God, I pity myself, I pity my younger self for what happened to me sa lahat ng naranasan ko. Kasi, when you are growing as a teenager, it shouldn't be like that pala. At that age, dapat nag-aaral ka, nakakaramdam ka ng tamang pagmamahal sa magulang, nabibigyan ka ng tamang gabay habang lumalaki kung ano ba yung mga gusto mong gawin sa buhay mo. And then, at that young age, dapat pala, unti-unting pinaparana sa'yo na ma-explore mo yung mundo na ikaw lang, na may tamang gabay at tamang pangaral, kung ano yung tamang gawin para mabuhay. Kasi meron yan there's always a factor and there's always, di ba sabi nga nila, actions have consequences. So, kaya kailangan natin, kasi pag nung pinanganak naman tayo dito sa lupa, wala naman talaga tayong alam, di ba? So, it's just our parents who will lead us or who will teach us kung ano yung mga bagay na dapat nating matutunan dito sa mundo.
Yes.
So, doon ko napatunayan na it's really a big part of our progress and our development on our life na there's a proper guidance with our parents pala. So, dapat pala, when we are under the management of, when we are with our family, it's really important na yung magulang natin and yung mga taong nakapaligid sa atin, it's really important na they know their position and stand on their life, with their life, na parang, what's your belief? Kasi kailangan meron ka palang moral compass. Kailangan pala meron kang moral compass to really know where you really are. Kasi pag wala kang moral compass, kasi you don't have the character and then the identity, sino ka? Diba? So, in the family pala, it's really important to have the character, especially the character from our parents, for who they are, for what they are in this kind of, in this world. So, parang, it's really important pala talaga to, actually, ang buhay pala, kala natin ganun kasimple. Hindi pala siya ganun kasimple. Like, imagine right now, we're talking about life, and then, akala natin ganun-ganun lang yung buhay. Di ba? Oh my God, na-touch naman ako. So, we're living in purpose right now.
So, yung pagiging teenage mo, paano, yun nakatulong kung ano ka ngayon?
Yes, of course. Of course, kasi hindi naman ako magiging ganito katapang. At saka I don't have this kind of story and I cannot give any word or testimony about what happened to my life or what happened in my life na as a teenage mom is really important that we really need. Kasi naging teenage mom ka na So you really need to, you should break the pattern, di ba? Kasi from your parents, there's already a pattern that, maybe I was neglected. Or maybe, naalala ko si Tommy. You already have the pattern na, there's something wrong. There's something wrong happening in my life. Diba? Kasi hindi ka naman mabubuntis ng maaga kung everything runs smoothly, everything goes smoothly without the trauma. So, on this matter, siguro, as a teenage or dito sa journey ko na to, it's really important kasi nga, I was already damaged. Diba? I was already damaged. So, of course, hindi na natin ipaparanas yung damages na meron tayo or what we got from our parents na unconsciously they're already passing their pain or unconsciously their actions are already affecting us. So, hindi na natin ipaparanas sa mga anak natin na maranasan pa nila yung being broken. Kasi there's a circumstances that we are broken family, but within myself, I'm whole, 'di ba? So we can always let's welcome and acknowledge the process of healing. It's really important that we really need to hear ourselves. We really need to be considerate and to understand ourselves, our emotions, to process how am I? Am I okay? Ganon.
So, anong one big lesson na nabigay sa'yo ng pagiging teenage mom mo?
Yung one big lesson na natutunan ko as a teenage mom, lahat ng magulang to it's really important to listen or to acknowledge of what you've been through. Kasi yun din yung pattern na ibibigay mo sa anak mo, how they are going to make things happen, how they are going to process their healing, how they are going to internalize everything, kasi ikaw yung magiging role model eh. You really need to be a good example, to be a role model with your family and with your children for them to lead to the right direction of what they really want in life. Kasi di ba when you have a role model, as ako, if I'm already claiming that I'm a good role model because I'm living my life with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So on my mission, I'm doing my purpose. So my purpose is this one. Siguro, God already lead me to this way that to deliver a message and to share my story as a teenage mom, that we really need to have the proper moral compass and guidance and our purpose to lead us to the right direction.
Tama.
Kasi there's always a process na we can in life, ang napansin ko lang kasi, ganito lang pala ang takbo ng buhay. Trust the process, stand on your belief, or stand on ba o with, so bahala na sila doon, sila din mag-adjust. Medyo nakalimutan ko yung grammar ko doon eh. So kidding aside, so stand with your belief, believe in yourself, and have faith in God. Diba? So, yun lang pala yung kailangan natin. Ang simple lang pala ng principle na pwede nating bitbitin sa buhay. So, pag bitbit mo pala yun, pag meron ka na nung ganong pattern sa utak mo, you already don't need to worry about everything what will happen to your life. Siguro dito na pumapasok hindi kasi I have the remarkable verse in my life. Now, when the time is right, the Lord will make it happen. Kasi, it's Isaiah 60:22. Kasi siguro dumating talaga ako sa point that because I have the story of being so ito na, panindigan na natin yung teenage. Kasi isa lang mangyayari sa buhay natin to. Isang beses lang mangyayari sa buhay natin to. Kasi diba, as a mother, you are willing to take a risk for everything, for your children, for your child. So, dito na pumapasok yung parang pagiging dakilang ina ng mga nanay na minsan we really need to sacrifice ourselves din pala na when you are bringing or when you are giving a life to an innocent soul, hindi pala siya madali. Siguro kasi hindi ko naramdaman yun nung teenage mom ako, di ba? You can see now the difference eh. You can see now the difference that how unconscious I am when I was a teenager. So, when I gave birth to my second child, na parang, ito na pala yung totoong motherhood. So, naapektuhan pala talaga yung buhay ko.
Oo.
Kasi that time, di ba, isipin mo, nanganak lang ako, okay, I go on with my life. Di ba? Parang, okay, nanganak ka lang dyan, okay, sige baby, dyan ka muna. Lalarga ng si mami, I go on with my life, di ba?
So, yung responsibility mo dun sa first baby mo is parang inako ng parents mo?
Parang ganun, pero paano ba natin masasabi? Kasi, siguro ang pagiging mother ko that time is pagiging provider.
Okay.
Dito ko na nakita yung different kind of mothers naman. Kasi when I was a mother, when I'm already a mother pala, my mother is a housewife. So I am a single mom. I am a single parent. And even though that I have my partner that time, I am because hindi ko naman talaga siya boyfriend, di ba? Parang, biglang si Daria lumipad, naligaw. Diba? So, si Daria lumipad, naligaw, ayun, naging, batang ina, Nene, ikaw ba yan? 14, di ba?
Oo, di ba? Yung sorry nun.
So, doon na nga dito mo na nakikita yung differences ng young adult parent compared sa teenage mom. Kasi pag young adult parent ka na, you already have the consciousness na, may anak pala ako. So, unti-unti, you are already, na-embrace mo na yung totoong motherhood. Na-embrace mo na yung totoong motherhood. Kasi di ba ang dami ngayon na, ang daming teenage mom before na parang feeling dalaga pa rin. Kasi nga, they skip the process or they escape the process of being a teenager, di ba? So, nawala yung pagiging teenager nila kasi they continued their life already with the baby na. So, ako din kasi that time, may anak ako, alam ko, pero hindi ko, unconscious din nga kasi nag-puntis daw. So, parang, I go on with my life, I gave birth with the baby, and then, saktong inako din ng parents ko. So, continue. Tuloy ang saya, di ba?
So, yun yung difference. Kasi may mga teenage na talagang, bahala ka dyan, inanak mo yan, responsibilidad mo yan. So, that's the difference sa'yo. Kasi,
that's the difference. Dito mo na makikita yung differences ng mothers na yun nga yung sinasabi ko na iba pala talaga yung pagiging nanay din natin. Iba pala talaga yung pagiging nanay din natin. Kasi ako, dahil lumaki ako na hindi naman nakakaranas ng mga kilosang bahay. So, yung wait lang hindi nga ako marunong maglabi. Wait lang hindi nga ako marunong maglabi. So, paano ko alagaan tong baby? So, sinubukan ko naman, I tried my best to be the mother na gusto ng mother ko. But since hindi nga kasi kami parehas ng path or ng journey na siya is naging focus niya talaga yung pagiging housewife and then pagiging mother. So ako, kahit hanggang ngayon yung pagiging mother ko is hindi mo makikita na ako yung tipong mother na I'm a housewife. I'm a house mom. So hindi. Hanggang ngayon guys, hirap pa rin ako yung struggle ko na okay lang ako maglinis. Hindi magtatrabaho na lang ako. Magtatrabaho na lang ako din kukuha ako ng maid or ng kasama dito sa kasambahay para tulungan ako sa mga gawain. Di ba sobrang ibang-iba? Kasi in our generations right now, hindi na pwede yung hindi na pwede yung house mom ka. Di ba ngayon parang both dapat you have the career para parehas lalago yung family natin. So, ang daming differences. So, right now, we already address the differences of being an adult, young adult parent or yung adulthood, and then the teenage, the awareness and consciousness. So, ang daming differences.
Okay. So, anong message mo dun sa mga kabataan and dun sa mga young parents?
Sa mga kabataan, siguro kasi ako, nung naging bata ako, nung bata ako, we really need to understand that our parents, they're not, kasi nga, what I'm going to tell right now is about mental health muna. That we really need to consider our mental health, that as our inner core, na kailangan yun yung pinakamalakas sa atin. Na we really need to protect our mental health or mental well-being para so we can have the proper we can have the proper decision makings in our lives, not by driven with our emotions. That's why we really need to nurture our family with love. We really need to nurture our family with love to lead there to the right direction na. Kasi pag wala palang love, we are scattered. Kasi ang totoo pala na pag-ibig ang hihilom. Totoo pala yung word na yon. Pag-ibig ang hihilom sa daigdig. Kasi when we are love, when we are creating love and when we are showing love, we are showing oneness with one another, di ba? And then when we have love, we have the proper understanding with everything, we are not by driven with our beliefs or differences. Kasi pag mahal natin ang isang buhay ng tao, hayaan mo na, we really need to give love to life, di ba? We really need to give value with everyone, with the life of everyone. Siguro yun lang yung magiging message or magiging guidance ko sa lahat ng parents, that when you see your children kasi as a life and as a blessing, di ba? Kasi pag tinignan mo, is imagine, they're not really aware of this, but when you look at your child as a problem, also, the law of attraction manifests those kinds of circumstances na negativity. So, kaya feeling mo, problema yung anak mo kasi ikaw mismo nag-a-attract ng problem doon sa journey ng anak mo. Diba? So, we really need to be aware on how we perceive our children. Sa lahat ng parents, we should see our children as blessing. We should take the life of our children as love of life. Kasi pag binigyan ka ng love ni God, He is giving you life, di ba? So, doon mo mararamdaman yung love ni God that, He give me another chance or another reason and purpose to give meaning for my life or to my life. Kasi when you don't have that baby, what's the purpose of my life? Di ba? Hindi mo pa alam. So this one is already a guide and it's also a guide for the parents that when we look when we look at our children, it's already meaning towards your purpose. So kasi minsan hindi nila alam nagiging unaware sila because of the circumstances, napapagod kasi ako, kasi nakakapagod, ang hirap kumita, ang hirap mabuhay, ang daming problema, ganyan. Pero when you are looking at your children as life, as a gift of life, as a blessing, oh my God, thank you kasi binigyan mo pala ako ng opportunity to give life. Di ba? Thank you, God, kasi binigyan mo ako ng opportunity to give this baby a life and give him the dream that he wants to conquer, that he or she wants to conquer. Diba? Kasi imagine, makapag-build or makakreate ka ng tao. Di ba? Minsan kasi yun na yung hindi napapansin ng mga tao na, the life is a blessing. Life is a blessing. Di ba? So, ang ganda na pala ng message ko na hindi ko napapansin na ang ganda na pala ng dinideliver ko. Kasi, ito nga yung sinasabi ko, when you believe in God, when you trust God with your journey, imagine, ang daming nagsasabi sa akin, di ba kasi yung pinag-usapan natin na, oh my God, kasi there's a lot of judgment that happened to me when I was a teenager. Kasi akala nila, pag teenager ka na, akala kasi ng mga tao, bato ka, na sinira niya yung buhay niya. Kasi di ba pag teenager ka, high school ka, dapat nag-aaral ka, bakit nagkaanak ng maaga yan? Di ba? Bakit siya nagkaanak? Sinira niya. So, nasa iyo pala agad yung sisi. Nasa iyo pala kaagad yung sisi without looking at the inner or inside of what's going on with our life. Yung in a physical world, yun lang yung nakikita nila na nagkaanak siya. So, siguro ito lang yung sa lahat ng tao naman na nakapaligid sa atin. And siguro the lesson that I can give or the guidance that I can give so we can have unity and love with one another. Siguro, let's give the teenagers or the teenage moms to have or to dream with their lives freely. Kasi di ba pag naging teenage mom ka na, parang, natuldukan na. Natuldukan na yung buhay niya. Parang wala nang mararating yan sa buhay. parang, sira na yung pangarap. Di ba? Ang sama nyo naman sa amin. Nagkaanak lang kami. Hindi naman nasira yung buhay namin, di ba? Nadagdagan lang kami ng buhay. Ganon. Kasi yung mga iba, kasi nag-anak-anak ka pa eh, di ba? Pero imagine that, doon sa nangyari sa buhay ko, going back doon sa childhood ko, na nagkaroon ng ganong incident. So without those children, hindi ako magiging ganito, hindi magiging kagaya ng journey ko ngayon, kung ano yung pinagdaanan ko to be a mother like this.
So, ano yung message mo sa 14 years old na Melanie?
Sa 14 years old na Melanie? Siguro it's my time to shine. Hindi kasi, di ba, nag-heal ako ng inner child. So, pag nag-heal ka pala kasi ng inner child, parang babalik din yung ikaw na na-skip mo before. So, pati yung mga habits and talents ko, nababalikan ko siya. So, now, I'm living my life freely for who really I am when I was young. So, parang nag-continue yung buhay ko. So, Melanie, the 14 years old, it's your time to shine. Baka ito na yun, Tony.
Di ba, mali mo maging, madaan sa newsfeed ni Tony G. At
diba?
feature ka niya. Bigger
alam mo, minamanifest ko pa naman ever since. Kasi diba, I have the press con, I have the interviews sa mga news. Sabi ko, oh my God, Tony G, baka naman, susunod na.
Why not? Diba, malay mo.
Ito pala yung way, diba? Yes. Oh my God, alam nyo, siguro gagawa tayo ng sarili nating talk show.
Nagkaroon na sarili.
Diba? Hindi, yung parang, kasi I also dream to have my own podcast din. About yung sa akin naman, about mental health, because I'm a mental health advocate because of my childhood trauma and what happened to my life. Sabi ko nga, siguro yung platform ko is about healing and, kasi di ba sabi ko nga, life is a blessing. So, you matter. So, siguro, sooner or later, magkakaroon ako ng page na, ang title niya is You Matter. So, You Matter is, your safe space, a safe space healing journey, parang ganon. So, for me, everyone matters, so you matter to me. So, yun yung magiging platform ko na about the healing process, healing journey, mental well-being, mga ganun.
Sabi ko nga sa kanya last time nung nag-uusap kami. Sabi ko, buti ka pa alam mo yung purpose mo. Kasi ako, I'm just doing random things. Bahala na eh, di ba?
Pero at least, di ba? Alam mo yung blessing in disguise that living while living your journey, doing what you love, hindi mo namamalayan, uy, ito na pala yung nakakatulong na pala ako sa tao. So, on this journey, even though na parang hindi mo pa alam yung purpose mo, you're already living in purpose. Living your purpose by listening to the people's story, di ba?
Actually, yun lang din yun. Kasi parang, everyone wants to be heard. Kaya yun yung gusto ko. Gusto ko mapakinggan lahat. Kasi siguro ako...
diba, that's your purpose, diba?
Kasi part of being chismosa, gusto mo nakikinig ka lagi, diba? So siguro, yun siya, chismosa in a different way lang. So yun. Well, anyways, lastly, ito na lang yung last question ko, or last na, papagawa ko sa'yo. What are your message to your children?
Siguro yung message ko sa mga children ko, siyempre, sooner or later, mapapanood din na to. Alam mo, proud na proud pa naman yung panganay ko sa akin.
Talaga?
Oo, kasi parang lagi niya ako napapanood sa TV. Tapos minsan, pag may mga bashers ako, sabi niya, naku, mami, huwag mong pansinin, dami account lang yan. Oo, as in, very supportive talaga. Siguro sa mga anak ko, as a mother, yun lang, yung message na, I'm more on Bible verses kasi when I'm giving message eh. So siguro Proverbs 3, 4, 5, and 6, do not lean on your own understanding. Kasi nga, it's true, sabi ko, di ba, na when the time is right, God will make it happen. So, on the process, you just really need to believe in yourself. Sa lahat ng ginagawa mo, you really need to believe in yourself and always trust the process with everything. Be patient and actually ito yung sinabi ko sa anak ko. Kasi sabi niya, parang kasi nasanay siya, na-spoiled siya eh. Diba? So, you really need to be patient with yourself and be patient of what you want in life because nothing is easy. Yun yung lagi kong sinasabi sa mga anak ko. Nothing is easy. When you grow up, ikaw at ikaw yung magde-decision para sa sarili mo where you want to take your life or where you want to take your path. So, ikaw ang magbibigay, you are the creator of your reality. So, be very careful of the reality that you are exploring with. Yun. So, sana pag dumating yung panahon and I also hope and I'm praying that God will surround you with the people that are good for your soul and your mental health and people that will lead you to the right direction and help you achieve your dreams. Yun.
So nice.
Yeah.
Ayun.
Alam, galing naman. Parang sabi ko, it's dream come true talaga.
Alright. Ayun. So, yun lang din naman yung last na part nung message mo doon sa mga anak mo. Kasi, one day, makikita
Oo
nila
nga,
to.
di ba? Sabi ko sa inyo when the time is right talaga. Kasi di ba, imagine mo. Kasi, sabi ko nga, ito pa yung isa. Siguro, kailangan maging conscious yung mga tao what they are wishing for. Kasi ito, napansin ko lang, gusto ko lang naman maging motivational speaker.
Di ba?
Gusto ko lang naman maging motivational speaker. Pero pag nag-desire ka pala ng ganun, kasi totoo palang trials and desires are aligned. What you are desiring for, trials will come along the way to test you. How are you willing? Or how are you committed to achieve your goals and dreams? Kasi kaya nga, ito pa yung isa. Sabi ko, when they are in the season of uncertainty, circumstances are perfectly made for us. We just need to open our hearts and our minds for the revelation. Kasi di ba, when we are with uncertainty, ano na naman ba itong nangyayari sa buhay ko? Diyos ko naman. Bakit naman parang ang malas ko? Pero, when you practice your mind when you train your mind to see the good in everything, what is this circumstances telling me? Diba? Meron kasi yung mga sanga-sanga yun.
Nakikita mo na yung purpose.
Yes. Kaya pala siya. So, doon mo makikita yung purpose. Kaya pala siya nangyayari. Kasi yung mga tao, ngayon kasi, masyadong pinasimple na ng mga tao ang buhay. So, magkaroon ka lang ng gamit, kailangan masaya ka na. Diba? Diba? So, magkaroon ka lang ng pera, kailangan okay ka na. Hindi na napapansin na, minsan meron palang mga bagay na dito na papasok yung hindi lahat, not all success comes with material things. So, siguro ito yung, sa mga magulang naman, siguro ito yung isang bagay na dapat tinuturo natin sa mga anak natin that really need to give value to those things that money can't buy. The peace, the happiness, the mental health, di ba? Kasi pag nawala din yung mental health, mawawala ang million mo. Di ba? Kahit anong yaman mo, pag lost ka na, pag wala na yung mental health mo, hindi mo na alam kung sino ka. Kung sino ka dyan, anong ipapakita mo kung sino ka, di ba? So, wala na. So, yun lang. Siguro, kailangan talaga natin na makilala yung sarili natin. That's why also, everyone, syempre, dito ko nasasabihin, di ba? If God will allow, di ba, nakwento ko, meron akong sinusulat na book.
Sige, plug mo na siya.
Yeah, guys, everyone, so siguro if God will allow, that I will be writing my own book if God will give me that opportunity. Yung book na isusulat ko is Born Like a Star. So, hindi kasi how my trauma led me where God want me to be. Kasi di ba unconsciously, imagine bakit ba ako nakarating dito? Because of my trauma din, because I was a victim, or I was one of the teenage moms that needs to be heard, that needs to give inspiration to all the mothers out there and the parents of the proper parenting and all like that. So this book is also a help to those person who are finding their purpose, diba?
Oh, di ba? Sana kapag na-release mo na siya, lumalaki na rin malaki
Oo
na yung
naman.
podcast para ma-invite kita ulit.
Actually, siguro ito talaga yung moment na binigay sa akin to, of course, diba? Ito yung purpose ng talagang mo. So, people will be heard. Diba? Ang galing.
Okay. So, thank you so much for that episode.
Yes. So, I also want to thank you din sa opportunity na binigay mo sa akin to be heard and to give message and lessons and to inspire everyone, all the mothers around me, especially the single moms, diba? And Mother's Day is approaching. So, yeah, thank you kasi ako yung kinuha mong role
Pilot to,
model.
diba? Pilot episode.
Sorry, kasi ako yung kinuha mong role model para magbigay ng message sa mga, minsan hindi ko talaga makanindigan yung pagiging demure ko. Ako yung kinuha mong tao and God used us, diba, to give a lesson and to give opportunity na maging mas matapang yung mga nanay to be heard or to express their feelings, what they're going through. So,
especially dun sa mga, siguro,
women empowerment.
Oo, grabe no. Na-late tayo, March dapat yun. Ayun.
Mother's Day special naman, women pa rin, women empowerment pa rin.
Kaya dun sa mga teenage mom na nandyan sila sa way nila papunta dun sa don't lose hope kasi.
Yes. At saka huwag niyong intindihin, don't be opinionated. If you have dreams, if you have dreams, dream with your children. Ganon. Kasi diba, sabi nila, sinira daw ng bata yung buhay. So, if you have dreams, hindi naman po na sayang yung buhay namin. Nagkaroon lang kami ng supreme or nagkaroon lang kami ng another na binigyan lang kami ng isa pang buhay na i-bless. So, dream with your children, di ba? Hindi stop dreaming. Di ba? Don't give up nga.
Oo, totoo.
So, yun lang.